Hey guys, how's it going? I am here today continuing the setup of my macro algae tank. As you can see, I have two identical F-zone 10-gallon all-in-one tanks. This one is currently my mixed reef tank and has been up and running for just over 2 months. Not a lot of stuff in there. A little goby, pistol shrimp, some zoas, some pipe organ, coral, leather, nothing much. Just kind of getting this bad boy started. I got my 50-watt Hygger Reef light for night crew. I actually just turned off my protein skimmer because I have like 0 nitrates and nitrites at all. And since I really just have a softy tank, I need a little bit more. So anyway, that's what I got going on over here. Over here on the dark side, my macro algae tank is 2 weeks into the cycling process and it's getting close. I actually just made an order today for like a macro algae starter pack from Mosaic Macro. So I'm looking forward to getting that here soon. And I'm going to set up today, I'm going to unbox one of my 2 lights. So for this tank, I want to have a lot of options. So did a lot of research, talked to some folks who have macro algae tanks. And one of the 2 lights I went with is this Hygger freshwater planted RGB light, which is very small, very low profile, 14 watts, perfect for this planted tank. I also got a Night Crew full spectrum reef 30-watt light that I'm also going to pair with this and see how they kind of work together. So I have an option to add some other things to my tank. Not just macro algae. But anyways, today, if you've ever been interested in what appears to be a very good freshwater plant light or a great light for a macro algae display or refugium, and you were looking at this Hygger, this is HG018, it's the 14 watt, and I'm going to literally just unbox it right here so you don't need to see my ugly mug anymore. And let's just take a look. Okay, let's make sure you can see this good, right? Okay, so here is the light right here. So you can see the size of the light. Okay. It does come with a built-in controller that does, let's see, it does, oh, this way. Has these little different timers, 6-hour, 10-hour, and 12-hour built-in ramp up and daylight and night cycles right here. I'm assuming this is going to be the mounting bracket. Let's see. Correct. Okay. So this is the mounting bracket. Not exactly sure how it works right now. I will have to, I like just guessing sometimes before I read directions, but we'll have to see if it does something to do with that. I don't know. And this is probably the rest of the power supply, and it is. So as you can see, fairly simple. This is what it all comes with right here. Okay. And here's my instruction manual. It does look like it's HG018 24/7 aquarium clip-on light. English, page 1 to 8, so I'm going for that. So, okay. So I was totally wrong right out of the get-go. This goes up here, and this is like an extension for the light. So if you want the light, how far you want the light to stick out, this is going to go in here in some capacity. I don't want to break it, but I can tell this slides in here. Let's see. Okay, it does, like so. And then this will slide in here, and this is kind of my adjustment for how far out I want the light to go. And then this will clip right here on my rimless tank. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, or perhaps I'll just go like this, and then we'll kind of just see what this thing looks like. So let's see, these screws come, just little plastic screws. These look fairly simple. Okay. So I definitely think I pull this out just a little bit. Okay. Yes. So I don't know if you guys can see that really well. But what I have done there is I have a lot of room here in the front. Sorry, right here in the front, because I'm going to mount another light that's like it has a gooseneck on it, and hopefully it's going to come up over the top and shine right down here. So let's go ahead and plug this guy in, and let's just see what kind of light this gives me. I'm not going to worry about making the cords all pretty or anything right now. Let's just get this child-proof twist tie off. Connect these, and like I said, I'm just going to plug it in and see what it does right out of the get-go here. So let's just try on, see what we get. No idea what I'm setting there at all. But let's see. So there is the light right there. There's so much other light coming in with this and my blue light. So I'll have to mess with this a little bit, but let me bring the camera over. And let's just see. So you can look up there and you can see the RGBs. So you can see all the different color lights. So this is a full spectrum light. So it's got all the reds, greens, blues, and it's lighting up the tank. Once again, this isn't like super bright. And I haven't really read the instructions and seen how this controller works, because I know it does have some brightness. Oh, here we go right here. Check me out. Woo, okay, all right. So now we're going back down. I love doing things without reading directions, right? Ooh, so there we go. All right, so that is much better. That is super bright. Once again, there's a lot of other light coming from this fish tank. That's really blue, and I have a filter on my camera to help make that drown out. So once again, it's making this not seem quite so bright, but that in person, trust me, that is super bright. I love the coloration. I love the shimmering effect. So there you have it. Let's take a look up here. This is kind of the profile from the top. This is what I was talking about. So you can see I have plenty of room. I'm either going to mount it on this side, or this side is my gooseneck light. It's going to come over the top and it's going to shine right down here, because I'm going to put most of my macroalgae in the back on the rocks. So they'll be directly below this plant light. And then if I put some corals or a clam or some anemones or something on the sand bed here, then my reef night crew light that goes right here will be shining directly down on them. And of course, they'll bleed together through the whole thing. So there you have it, guys. Once again, sorry about these videos. They're not super edited. I just like unboxing things in real time and showing you how they come out of the package, how to set them up, how long it takes. You can watch me fool around like I just did and figure things out without reading directions. So, hey, thanks. Please hit subscribe, comment, like. If you have a macroalgae tank, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing for lighting. I'm going with both a freshwater planted light and a full spectrum reef light. Look for my next video. I have the Night Crew 30 watt reef light as well. And I'm going to do an unboxing video of that here in a little bit. So look for that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, just a little follow-up because like I said, I always unbox these things and I kind of do it in real time, and I try to go quick for the video, and then I spend a little bit more time. So if you're a little bit more interested in what this light has to do, I will try to explain it here briefly. So this is how you turn it on. It comes on to what you had it preset. Up here, you can set the daylight timer, and you can either go 6, 10, or 12 hours. And then this one, you set the moonlit timer at 2, 4, or 10 hours. So what'll happen is you can say run this on a 10-hour day, and it will automatically ramp up sunrise. It'll run the daylight cycle, and then it will ramp down to sunset. Then when sunset is over, it'll automatically turn on the moonlight setting, which you can have set for 4, 2, 4, or 10, I think, like I said. And so you can have it basically set to run all day, almost 24 hours a day lighting if you want, or you can do manual mode. You can also go through here and set, if you're using this just for fresh water and it's not for planted aquariums and you just want to like go through the different colors, if you click this button, you can go through all these different colors. Like you can just set it to red. Here we go. Now, like there's some more yellows. There's your greens, blues, purples, your violets, your orange, and then back to all of the different colors. So it's actually pretty cool. There's a lot I can do with this timer. I'm probably going to go ahead and set it to a 10-hour day cycle and then a 3-hour moon cycle. And the way it works is, I mean, this part's a little corny here, but what you have to do is the way you set the timer is the time at which you turn it on and then leave it on. So that leads me to believe that if the power goes out, it's not the end of the world, but you'd have to reset it. So basically, let's say I want sunrise to be at, let's say, I don't know, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then it's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I need to come in here, turn this thing on and set it at that time. And then every subsequent day, it'll turn on 24 hours later at that same time. And then it will run based on that start time. Either my 6, 10, or 12-hour daylight, and then however long I set my moonlight. So anyways, there you have it so far. I think the light is good for the price. Another Amazon special. Hygger is a good brand. And I use Night Crew, like I said, on this tank. And then I'm going to have another Night Crew Reef, Hyper Reef light on here. So look for those videos again soon. So thanks, guys.